Welcome. We're going to talk a little bit about the Husky Folio program, which is foundational to our essential education program, but also used throughout the undergraduate curriculum here. Husky Folio is your opportunity to tell your unique story. We use a platform called PebblePad, an e-portfolio platform, which is basically like creating your own web-based stories, websites. You have a lot of flexibility here. You have the ability within PebblePad to create your own portfolios and your own projects. But in your classes, we're going to be asking you to upload different work that you've done and reflect on it, and then periodically to kind of connect the dots across different classes and experiences to tell your story. I'd like to think about all of our mechanical engineering students on campus. We have a lot of them. And I sometimes will ask them, how are you going to make your story stand out when you're talking to recruiters at career fair or when you're applying to grad school? You're one of many mechanical engineering majors. What is your particular story? And I think Husky Folio is really the opportunity for you to do that. You will have taken a particular combination of classes. You'll have had some extracurricular experiences, some leadership experiences, maybe a co-op, maybe an internship. ePortfolio is the place where you can kind of bring that all together and tell the story of how you've developed into the person that you are. There's a variety of different kinds of stories that you might want to tell using Husky Folio. So, for example, you might be telling the experience of a student organization. You might be part of a group that wants to kind of tell your collaborative story, or you might want to tell your own story. I know some of our students in the honors program in Pablis Honors College will use the ePortfolio to kind of tell their Pablis Honors story, and then be able to share that with an employer or a graduate program to kind of highlight the things that they've accomplished.
Yeah, I think you will also find that a lot of this will be embedded in different courses as well. Students will already be engaging in PebblePad and the Husky Folio, thinking within their engineering fundamentals
Mhm.
course, for instance, helping to kind of organize different thoughts and kind of catalog that process of a class project. And I think even kind of throughout the curriculum and some of the upper level courses,
Mhm.
continuing to utilize that. And then for other students, getting involved in research projects as well. Um, I always like to say science is only as good as you can really communicate and share that with.
Mhm.
Those cool discoveries, I don't want to say are completely worthless if nobody knows about it, but you need to be able to share that with the rest of the world.
Mhm.
So being able to use PebblePad to maybe organize some of those thoughts, flesh out some of those ideas beyond what you could do in a poster presentation, and maybe setting up for that eventual research publication too.
Awesome. Yeah. And then finally, you can make professional portfolios, particularly students that maybe are in design areas or where they've done a lot of projects. A professional portfolio that you can share externally with a potential employer or with clients or whatever can be really useful. In addition, one of the things we hear from employers about students, college students, is they're not always great. They have a lot of great experiences. They're not always great at talking about those experiences in an interview or when you're doing an elevator pitch to a recruiter. And the Husky Folio will really help you practice those skills. Because again, we're going to ask you over and over in different classes to write about your project and what you contributed and what you took away from that, maybe what challenges you faced. These are all the kinds of things that prepare you for those interview questions as you're getting into your job search. So Husky Folio is helpful for you now to kind of track your learning, think through what where you're growing in those essential abilities. It's great for being able to share that learning, and it's also great preparation for being able to talk about your learning in the future.
Absolutely. So you're able to access PebblePad from your Canvas course. We really want to encourage you to open it up, play around, explore, get comfortable with this tool as you are free to use that for all of your different course and personal projects throughout your time here at Michigan Tech and even beyond.